Welcome to Casey's Clubhouse series, Share Time, Not Germs. This is the second story in our series, How to Help Your Kids Understand and Survive Shelter in Place, starring Casey and his family. Casey's parents sat him and his sister Mallory down in the family room to talk to them about social distancing due to coronavirus. His father began. As you know from our last conversation, our community is concerned about spreading germs that cause illness like the coronavirus. So schools, clubs, group gatherings, sports events, and concerts have been canceled all over our area. Now we've been asked to shelter in place, which means we only go out if we need to get groceries or go to the doctor or have some other urgent need. That means your contact with your friends has changed and is going to change even further for a while. Casey was worried. He looked down and his brows furrowed as he tried to understand what was happening. He looked back up at his dad and asked, "So I won't get any time with my friends anymore?" "You won't get face-to-face time with your friends for a while, Casey," his dad said. Casey panicked a little. "But I promised not to share my germs." "I know, Casey. I'm sure you'll be careful," his mother said. "But unfortunately, we can't take any chances with this germ." "Remember what we told you last time?" his dad asked. "Yes," Casey responded. "The coronavirus is new. Our bodies have little armies inside that learn how to recognize it and fight it. But some people, like older people and immune-compromised people, don't have great armies, and so it's more difficult for them to fight it. So if we're careful, we won't spread the virus and less people will get sick." "Right," his mother said as she looked at both of the kids. "The coronavirus is new. We don't know everything about it yet, but it's easily passed from one person to another." "That's why we wash our hands," Mallory added, showing them how she could wash her hands. "Good, Mallory," her father said. "But I can wash my hands," Casey said. "I'll use a tissue if I cough or sneeze, and if I don't have one, I'll use the vampire sneeze. I won't touch my face, and I won't touch my friends." "I know you'll do your best respecting social distancing, Casey," his mother said. "It's just that it's too difficult to not share germs when we are playing in person. I'm having a difficult time not touching my face, let alone not touching my mom when I deliver her groceries." "You can't touch Nana?" Mallory asked. Her eyes were wide. "I don't touch Nana because I don't know if I've been in contact with the virus. She needs help with her groceries, but she doesn't need the virus, so I stand 6 feet away, wear gloves, and don't stay at her place to visit. Instead, we talk using video calls so that we can see each other and not get too lonely." Casey thought for a minute and then said, "Can I use video calling too? That's one way I can share time and not germs." Casey's dad leaned forward. "That's a great idea, Casey. We could schedule playtimes with your friends." "Video play," Casey announced. "I like it." "Maybe it would help if we thought up some activities you could do during video play," his mother said. "We could play with my cats. Kelsey has cats too. They could go on adventures," Mallory offered as she pointed to her group of stuffed cats. "Good," her mother said as she pulled out a piece of paper and wrote it down. "What else?" Casey thought about it while Mallory gave her mom more ideas, including dancing, cooking, drawing, and yoga. There were so many activities he played with his friends face-to-face. He liked building with Legos and playing with his stuffed animals and playing soccer and, of course, playing pretend games outside. He couldn't imagine doing any of those things on a video chat. It would be more like playing with his imaginary friend. Casey thought about the video games his parents allowed him to play with friends, but even though they were staying at home, his screen time hadn't increased by much. Then he had a horrible thought. What if video chat was considered screen time? He quickly asked. Would video chat be considered screen time? His parents looked at each other and then back at Casey and said in unison, No. His father added, It's playtime. Casey went back to his thoughts. So, what would he play with his friends during a video chat? He could build with Legos, he thought. He could set up the screen so that his friend Isaac could see him and he could see Isaac. They could build a village that met at the screen. He'd do one side and Isaac could do the other. Okay, that's one, Casey thought, and he offered it to his mom for the list and went back to his thoughts. He thought he could also play school with all his stuffed animals. He could call up Bridget and she could gather all her stuffed animals. Since animals weren't a part of the coronavirus spread, then they could still go to school. They could co-teach the class about good hand washing. Okay, that's two, Casey thought, and offered it up to the list. He also thought he could play with his action figures with his friend Samay, who had come over to visit just a few weeks ago. They had had a fun story going about a world in which Anakin Skywalker was nice and the whole universe came together in solidarity to fight a common enemy. Like a virus. All right, Casey thought, mentally patting himself on the back as he asked his mom to add it to the list. That's 3. And he could play chess with his friend Joe. They could move each other's pieces on the board as they made their moves. Joe would definitely be into that, and he was a really honest and fair game player, so they'd successfully play together, Casey was sure. That was 4, and his mom added it to the list. Casey needed one more. He had an idea. He looked at his parents and asked, So, if I play a video game with a friend, is that screen time or game time? He had a sly little smile because he knew he was pushing it a little. His parents looked at each other again as if they were reading each other's minds. They said in unison, Screen time. They both smiled and cocked their heads sideways. They knew. But, his mother added, we will compromise. Casey was excited. Maybe he'd get more video game time after all. Then she said, if you play educational games, then it's video time. Casey frowned and then smiled again. He said, that's fair. But he still had one more idea to add to the list. He thought about his friend Sam, who loved to read. He said, How about reading together? You mean silently reading at the same time while on video chat? His dad asked, clearly confused. No, Casey said. Reading a story to each other. His mom smiled. Clearly, she didn't expect that. Excellent, Casey. I love it. And she wrote it down. Casey looked at the list. They'd added so many great ideas. Play out a story with stuffed animals, action figures, or figurines, like Cats Go on an Adventure, or Anakin Skywalker turns nice and saves the universe, or Animals Go to School. Do a cooking project, like bake cookies, with parents present, of course. Do a science project, like build a volcano, or a bridge, or make slime. Build with Legos or blocks. Divide the village and have them meet at the screen. Play chess or some other game together. Move each other's pieces so the board matches. Do yoga, dance, or learn a kata together. Teach each other a skill, like how to juggle a soccer ball, or how to relax using mindfulness, or how to play an instrument. Read to each other. Pick a special book and either take turns reading it or have one person read his story and then have the other one read their story. Do a fashion show. Put together a museum of toys, special items, or art and take the other person around to look at the items. Paint or draw together, either by choosing the same item or like a theme. Sing or do karaoke together. Watch a favorite show together. Play an educational game together, or use some of your screen time to play a video game together. There were so many more ideas, and Casey was feeling much better and super excited to start his video chats with his friends. He looked up at his parents and said, "Can I call someone right now?" "Well," his dad said, "it's getting late, almost time for bed. Let's plan out a video play schedule and we can arrange it with the other parents." Casey nodded in agreement. Then his mother said, "I'm proud of you." She smiled warmly. "This is how we get through tougher times. We come together, we get creative, and we support each other." "And," Mallory added, pointing her finger up to make sure everyone listened, "we eat dessert." They all laughed, got up, and went to the kitchen to get dessert. Thank you for joining us. Casey's Clubhouse supports Casey's clubs around the area by providing social skills-based curriculum. Go to our website to find out more.